Hello and welcome to the 7th match of Martian Enterprise Tournament. We are seeing 1v1 match between Dubin and DT on IO. I'm Lahi and casting with me is Trapping Win. We are seeing a lot of high prices on the board across the board, and there are
including the colony consumption.
There are a lot of available founds to make. They can be a scientific near basalt and oxygen. They can be a nomad.
I really like nomad.
Yeah, nomad is going to be great because glass colony and a high glass price. But well, scientific can also mine get glass. It is founding scientific on iron, basalt, and oxygen field, which also has adjacent uranium, aluminum, or aluminium, and Duvan is as founded as a nomad.
Yeah, I'm not sure why he put his HQ there. I mean the aluminum one, because aluminum was the high price, right? Wouldn't you want to mine it?
Yeah.
I don't know. It did crash a lot, I guess.
Maybe. Yeah, that is probably what happened. Crashing those resources, because Nomad does not get any resources from founding.
Yeah, well, alright. They go to HQ2. DT going for the glass skins already. I mean, is glass good this early? It's gonna increase. Can't you wait a bit? Just go for power or ions now, right?
Well,
I don't like glass.
Glass is Duban will have plenty of silicon to make some glass happening, but judging from Duban's claim uses, maybe glass was premature.
Why not 2 ion collectors, 2 nuclears?
That also makes some sense. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's the best. Nuclear is good, glass is good, everything is good. Oh, what do I go?
Yeah, but then if everything is good, the ion collector gives you 1.2 fuel. The glass can gives you 0.5 glass. A nuclear plant gives you 1.2 power. Glass can gives you once again 0.5 glass. It's just superior. I don't know. We'll see.
They will upgrade first, racing down and quickly chased by
really
DT.
Punished that high. He spent every single money he had to buy into electronics. And I think Dubin had to pay that premium. And then DT sells out and takes his own upgrade.
Wow. That's very nice and advanced play from DT.
Now DT's doing what I said. I think Dubin should have done this.
Yeah.
No, Dubin goes to glass. What? How can you ignore power? No, Dubin isn't ignoring it. He's going for 1 geothermal plant.
That will be enough to support their own consumption, but not enough to crash power.
Ooh.
I like this.
with the clever placement of his nuclear plants. What do you think about this?
Yeah, this discourages your opponent from EMPing this tile, but it still hurts to get EMP'd in the nuclear plant. Yeah, so I think gooning the plant itself would have been worth more.
Yeah. Dubin really not going for the nuclears himself. Instead going for a second geo now. DT responding by going more nuclears, because he sees that Dubin is not capitalizing on this. DT, however, I must say, is really far away from power money at this point. Yeah. His ion collectors and steel mills eating up a lot of power. We'll see how it goes from here.
Still has one claim left, going for a
EMP
black magic water processor, EMPing another nuclear plant once again.
Yeah. So I just want to see this combined with crashing power. But okay, it's going for a third geo. Well, DT, I don't know. So I really like DT's EMPs, but I think I would prefer just gooned nuclear plants over these 3 geos. The colony type is a glass colony.
Which also happens to consume power.
It has not grown in the glass direction at all. In fact, it's grown in offices.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. This is an interesting game.
Yeah. Dubon has changed his mind in the water processor and goes into double solar panel. I like this much more than water processor.
The black market is open for business.
Yeah, so I just saw the water processors. I thought you were crazy, but you're not crazy. Okay. So it's going into both water processors and solar panels, and I am not really liking the water processors.
Yeah, they are. The
money's not very good.
Yeah, they're not good now, because.
Although they will allow them to make farms. There's something to be said for that.
So what I don't like about it is that although water price itself is good, Dubon had to scrap ion collector for this, and well, carbon price is cheap, so transition cost is not much.
He didn't stockpile any fuel though.
Yeah, so this is something that DT can exploit. DT can buy into fuel and make these tiles useless.
Yeah, and I think DT made a clever EMP here, or I don't know, is it clever? You're the 1 versus 1 expert. So EMP is silicon, and that's what Dubon needs to.
Yeah, I like this a lot.
Stuff.
It forces Dubon into this awkward expansion into quarries, and in future, it's going to be make this EMP more effective because of this claim distribution.
Yeah, I don't like this from D. Okay, he changed his mind. DT was going for TA, but he's kind of killed the glass price, and space elevators are among the worst space elevators I've ever laid eyes on. So, yeah, he seems to wait. Yeah, he just reordered the order. So he was going TA first, now he's going into third. Instead, politics in nano and superconductor.
Yeah.
And with how many vans did Dubon get? He got 3 geos, so maybe superconductor isn't necessary either. Okay, so at this point I think DT is just waiting out the nanotech so we can scrap these nuclear plants. Until then it's kind of dead in the water.
Yeah.
But he doesn't want to waste all the steel that he paid for it. It's a lot of steel.
And if Dubon is not going to contest some of these patterns, he should buy another slow down strike, slow this pattern down, and this pattern is currently bottleneck of DTs. So slowing this down is directly slowing DT's upgrade down.
No, he can finally scrap the nuclear plants. What does it do? Glass plus, I assume, ions? He hasn't decided yet. But did he forget he had 2 more? Oh wait, he shouldn't buy ions, he's stockpiling fuel. So what should he do? I don't know what he should do. Yeah, I don't see a great market here.
So,
I mean, obviously you want water processors, right? But he doesn't have any oxygen. Dubon stole his oxygen.
I like this play.
No, if he gets upgraded. What was the plan?
Stealing oxygen.
Oh, yeah. Really, if he upgrades, although I'm not sure he wants to because he might get Majora bot, but there's 2 more. Yeah, he claims them now.
Yeah.
Oh, he did it in the wrong order. This is a pet peeve of mine. So he claims out towards in, which means he sends these building bots, but it does connect to his base. So if he did it inwards out, the buildings would start constructing like 5 ticks earlier. And you're gonna call me an unnecessary micromanager, and I am. But it's just frustrating to watch.
Okay, so I think one thing I want to point out is that when DT EMP the Durban's quarries, by the way, Durban should not be auto-selling this, Durban temporarily expanded quarries so that he can get the expensive silicon price. And then after it was done, Durban returned those claims as Nomad and then disconnected these tiles, which is a great play to make.
To make it more resistant against slowdown strikes and EMPs. And we see a lot of pressure on the oxygen market right now. Oxygen, water, and food is where the money's at. And Duban is thinking correct here, I think, going for the food optimizations. So even though it's going down compared to water, it will be allowed to stay in food longer with these optimizations. And compared to these DT's farms, his is like twice as good, almost 3 times as good, just with one optimization. I don't like that it's going double oxygen optimizations, because we are coming up on a night in a few minutes.
Yeah.
2 minutes, right?
Duban was...
no, don't do math on stream.
DT was late to upgrade, but now Duban seems to be behind because they are in the same HQ level. Duban does not have as much money as DT. They have same level of debt. And DT has this nice patents advantage.
And just being a scientist advantage. So having these 2 water processors work without oxygen is huge right now, and having them be next to Duban is also huge because Duban doesn't love the idea of hitting them.
Yeah.
Instead hitting the farms. It's really the water processors were the good part. Why did it just... No, what did it freeze? I don't know. Oh, it froze the iron regulators. Oh, never mind. Yeah, I can get behind that. That's a really good one, actually. My bad. So I think in response, DT maybe mutinies Duban solo? No, it's going night soon. I don't know. Duban did change his mind. He didn't go double oxygen. He went to water instead, which I like. And yeah, I should have said this before, but you really need to commit now for the next minute on what you want, because during the solar frost, you don't want to transition anything.
Yeah.
The black market is online.
There's a solar frost? I don't think so. So what do we have? Should we see a Pleasure Dome here, you think? Or Off-Worlds?
Pleasure Dome does not seem
Where do you
good.
go from here?
Offer price is awful, so which means Hackeray.
Okay, Hackeray. Yeah, that's solid. 1 versus 1. Billy?
The engineers have advanced our
DT is instead in double optimization centers. I guess there is a fair amount of money still on world, but it is dying out.
And the DT is getting massive money from this situation because he has 5 iron collectors up with this fuel price, and Duban only has 2 running. And is trying to get into this, but it's going to be late because by the time this building finishes, fuel price would have crashed already.
One thing I would have liked to have seen out of Duban, I think, is to stop auto-selling power as soon as DT transitioned out of the nuclear plants.
Yeah.
So he's had all this silly overproduction from these 3 geothermal plants. And there's no reason to keep power cheap for your opponent, right? I mean, you're not making... He's making 7 a second selling power. Just stop auto-selling it, and as soon as you see DT do something about it, go back into it. That said, just the triple superconducted water processors is actually enough to keep him floating.
Yeah.
Which seems a bit wrong.
Superconductor is a very good patent.
Where's all his claims? Yeah, so DT isn't using a lot of power because he's not making steel, because he's nanotech. It's an interesting hack. Why is he hacking oxygen here?
See, Duban's oxygen production is 0.35 at day, and night it's going to be turned off. So I guess oxygen does make some sense because Duban is not really selling it down.
Optimization routine successful. The black market is
But
open
he's...
for business.
But there are other markets to buy into.
Well... yes. Duban has it optimized. He has a stockpile. Well, no, he doesn't. DT does have the liquid batteries going for him. But yeah, I really feel like DT is ahead in
Yeah,
really most metrics here.
he is absolutely ahead.
Duban has some glass optimizations going for him. That's not quite enough. So this is, I feel like this is nanotech mostly carrying DT. I'm still not sure. Wait, did he get TA? Yeah, he did. So TA hasn't done much. Synthetic meat hasn't done much. Liquid batteries will start doing much this night. It hasn't done much before. Thinking machines hasn't done much. It's all really the nano superconductor, isn't it?
Yeah.
There you go. He buys into it. Duban regretting not having a stockpile. But even so, this isn't a ton of profit. This hack. Oh, and this would be where you magnetic storm Duban's oxygen that arrives just now. Okay, instead of magnetic storming it. Oh, that was sick! Did you see it?
What happened?
So Duban still has oxygen on autocell.
Mm-hmm.
So DT just has to sell down oxygen because he sees when the shipments come in.
Oh.
So he autocells, or he sells out of it just before it lands. And then he can buy into it. So if Duban didn't have autocell on, he couldn't rebuy into it.
That's a clever play.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, I do that play too, but I never think of like, buying back into it after. I just think, oh, I'll sell out before the shipment. I really like the rebuy.
Yeah, I like this high level of micromanagement going on.
And at this point, yeah, DT is such an advantage.
Yeah.
So, Duban, your job is to use magnetic storm once, so you get 0.2.
And DT blows up another oxygen truck.
Did he blow up his own? Yeah, I think so. Just based on the chat, I didn't actually watch it. He might have... I'm not gonna speculate.
Yeah. Duban is...
But yeah, so both players seeing the depressed prices going for an off-world. And Chems is the launch, but neither of them is launching it.
And Duban got that tick 64k in that.
Yeah. That hurts a lot.
That hurts a lot.
No more...
The black market is online.
Clipped rank.
Did you think we would be so easy to hoodwink?
Well, yeah, I don't know what to say. I guess we should keep it exciting, saying how Duban can come back. Can Duban come back?
I think we should focus on what Duban could have done when Duban was ahead in HQ5 and DT was waiting for the patents to come in. What should Duban have done? I think Duban could have contested some of these patents, like half of them.
But didn't we just say nanotech was the only good one? Or at least
Liquid
I said
batteries would have been great.
Agreed. Yeah, liquid batteries would have been great. That's true. That's really true.
Yeah, synthetic meat can work out. Thinking machines did not do much. Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it could have done. I mean, it was in a bad spot when he was waiting for Nano. Maybe like a second slowdown strike would have given him. I don't know. It doesn't feel like it's enough.
Yeah, the onwards was not amazing enough to Duban to push by or get advantage.
Yeah, And offroads were terrible.
Yeah. Even if they're ahead in HQ, if there's not much money to make on world, then it's not that much ahead.
Yeah. And really, in chat, I agree with this. I pointed this out too, but I really didn't like the geos. Like when power is 200, shipping out a building drone, waiting for it to build, you can't gun it. It's vulnerable to EMPs, to slowdown strikes, to mutinies. Instead, you could just build a line of nuclear plants and place a gun in the middle. You get a lot bigger share of the cake.
Yeah, the one missing on those power play played a big role in those stage of the game as well.
Yeah.
And the D has 100% on the one and takes it. Nobody gets over it.
Yeah. Oh, it never did it? Yeah. Wow, okay.
Yeah.
Well played, 2DT. I was disappointed that colony never expanded to consume more power than glass. I think 4 offices, couple of the garages, which to me indicates an opportunity to play more with the power price. Like Dubin kept auto selling it, but I said it already. I'm not sure if I have any original thoughts left. So let's go to the last game.
Let's go to the last